We're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about you racing overseas. Do you remember racing in the British Premier League for the Edinburgh Monarchs? And it was you actually won the league championship. I think it was your first year in 2014. Here you are with the Edinburgh Monarchs, the team. And I guess you were one of the members of the Edinburgh team. And there's the mascot. I don't know what the heck that thing is. That looks like a Care Bear or something.
Merry Christmas.
That's the Lion.
So tell us about your experience at Edinburgh. We would like to know about that one.
Yeah, man, got some stories from that year. No, big learning curve when you make the jump to move abroad and signed a deal winter before going over there with John Campbell and the Monarchs. So from that point on, got over there. It was tough. Definitely a culture shock. Obviously, weather, climate difference, food, just a lot difference. Having to adjust and prepare and figure everything out. Find your resources. Find where you're getting your parts. Edinburgh is pretty northern compared to most of the other tracks in England and Scotland there. So I had pretty long commute when we go for away matches against other teams. But a lot of fun. Had a great team, obviously. With Sam and Craig and Justin, Derek, Stevie, Max, Rick. What a year! I think we won. There was 3 titles to be had in the Premier League. We won the Premier League Cup, the Knockout Cup, and the third one I forget what it's called exactly. But all 3 championship titles that are available in the Premier League. We won them. We won all of those, and then starting out the season, we didn't lose a match home and away for the first 24 meetings, if I recall, which is a record for the Premier League in history there. So that was pretty big. And having a good group of guys like that definitely helped me because I definitely didn't hit the ground running there for sure. It was tough. It's different. The pace is different. The intensity of the racing is a lot different. And, you got to be on your game all the time and you got to have good equipment. So you got to be prepared.
So how did you do personally? I mean, you're on this amazing team and I know you're a good rider. I know that really brought your game up quite a bit to be racing for the Monarchs, but how was your particular racing doing when you first got there and how was your progress on the Edinburgh team?
Yeah. So starting out, obviously kind of a slow start. I was riding in the number 2 bib, which I came in on a 5-point average, which is given for first time American riders. And being in the number 2 bib, my riding partner was Craig Cook. So obviously a well-established rider over there. So starting off slow, scoring a few points here and there. Got used to the home track pretty quickly. It wasn't as big as some of the others, and it was pretty tight corner, so it suited my style pretty well. Where I struggled was kind of going on the away matches to other tracks and seeing a track for the first time. No practice, obviously, on there, and trying to figure out setups and everything. That was a huge adjustment. So that was the toughest part is going and seeing tracks for the first time and being expected to at least score 3 or 4 points. And that was the toughest thing for me. But I kept plugging away. I got really, really good at home. I think my best score was 9 plus a few bonus points there. There was one meeting I had against Ipswich, which is the team Gino rode at the time. And it was his team against ours at Edinburgh. And I was in the heat with him. It was me, him, Sam Masters, and Richie Worrell. And I had gate 4, and there was kind of a domino effect from gate 1. Gate 1 hit gate 2, gate 2 hit gate 3. As we were all going in the first corner, and I got a little bump, hit the air fence, went down, and my throttle actually cut through my suit, and I ripped a hole in the top of my thigh. and it was about a nice hole, about maybe half an inch deep, and lots of meat showing. And went to the hospital and got some stitches, which I thought should have been skin graft, but they did stitches, and that got infected, and I was fighting that, and I taping that up for following meetings, and weeks later, and so that didn't help my performance much, but kept plugging away and got the hang of it, and I was scoring a few points at the away meetings and plugging away where I could. Definitely had the team helping with a top end good team that was scoring a lot of points, and we were still able to win matches. So that helped me a lot.
It's always nice to win when you're on a Speedway team, and it's always bad to be the loser all the time. So that probably was helping your psyche to be a top team, winning all the championships, knowing that when you stepped in, a meet, that you guys were really, you guys were expected in your minds that you're going to win, versus a losing team. When they walk into a meet, they're like, oh, we're going to lose again. So, there's a psyche there that you guys probably had, right, on Edinburgh, because you guys had some swagger because you guys were good.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. The atmosphere in our pits was always good, always positive. It made it a lot of fun, and everyone always in a good mood. Everyone helping each other out. And all 7 riders, we all got along really good. We became good friends, and that's what helped big time. So if one rider wasn't doing good, the rest of the team was. We were still winning matches, and it was quite a buzz.
That's great. Yeah, when you win, nothing hurts, but when you lose, it sucks. So that's probably true.
Yeah, absolutely. No, but you got to take the good with some bad. So.
Yeah, you're going to lose sometimes, but it's nice to be on kind of a winning team that pretty much wins most of the matches. That helps.
Yeah, no, I couldn't ask for a better year, and especially a first year. Going over there and picking up three championships with a winning team is huge. So something I'll never forget.
Wow. So did you ride for other teams, and how many years did you race there in the British League? Was it just the 1 year, or did you ride for a few years?
No, I only went over there for the 1 year. My contract, I had a 1 year contract, and got the offer right after we won the championships towards the end of that season in 2014 to come back for another year. But I was kind of 50-50 at the time, and it was tough. It was more tough than anything. And at that time, I didn't know if I saw myself becoming, an international rider where I'd be in Poland, Sweden, Denmark, in the bigger leagues, or perhaps the Grand Prix. I don't know if I didn't know if I had seen myself in a future there. So I didn't want to kind of become like an average British League rider. So, I think I was 26, 27 at the time, and I made the decision to come home, and get a steady job and be able to race here for fun and support American Speedway and be able to earn a living. I always wanted to own a home, before I was 30 years old, and I made that happen. So, I think about it sometimes what I could have done, but it also takes a lot of work. People don't really see what goes on behind the scenes and how much work goes into it and how much money is needed, towards equipment and how tough it can be. It's pretty grueling. So, like I said, I just didn't want to be an average, British League rider where I'm bouncing back between the Premier League and the Elite League. If you're going to do it, you want to kind of become more international. I guess you want to become more of an international rider in the sense you want to be in Poland, Denmark, Sweden, and giving yourself an opportunity at some Grand Prix qualifiers to get on the world stage. But that was kind of a long shot in my mind. So made the decision to come home. Got a great job now, make good money, and able to buy a house, and got married. So I can't complain.
That's awesome.